Prior to the premiere of the Village Boy freestyle by Kao Denero, we had comments like, just woke up to this, glad to be here, I know it's gonna be fire, happy Sunday everyone. This other guy says, Team Gambia waiting patiently, you have never disappointed us, King Kao. And then this guy says, I know how you get down last king, can't wait to hear this classic banger. Few hours ago, this track premiered and we are here to share our thoughts. Hi guys, and welcome back to Chakara Tv. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. Hi Jeremiah. Yeah, we noticed Kao had dropped the project as promised, but thanks for letting us know. Listening to Kao Denero for some time now, and one thing I can't help but notice is his consistency. He keeps the music coming and he never holds back from directly calling out people. In The Village Boy, M.I. was called, Sakodi was called, Jovi, Calligraph Jones. He consistently reminds us of his top rank in the rap game. I think the flow was great, but as usual, we get in touch with the ambassador and hear his thoughts.
Whoa. This is your favorite boy when it comes to hip-hop analysis. Ambassador. I like to consider myself a student of the game. And I'm back again just to talk about Kao Denero's recent release, which he titles The Village Boy is Here. I feel like that title in itself has a lot of sub meanings in it, which is like the village boy, the guy we felt like he's from the remote part of Africa. He's here and he's here to stay, I feel like. So that's Kao Denero just sending a message out in the title. And in his opening lines where he says rappers is garbage, the first thing that comes to my mind, for those who are very familiar with the battle hip-hop beef game thing, that's an ether line when they talk about garbage. So when he just mentioned the word garbage, my mind was just like, okay, we're there now. And then I feel like generally, just from my position of the song, it takes me back in time. I mean, okay, well, I was a little bit young when the Nas and Pac beef went down, but I followed it up closely, especially when I'd grown, even after the fact. But the Nas Jay-Z beef, Jarrod 50 beef, I followed it like line by line, day by day. It was some reality show slash FA League match for us. So for some, I tell people, like, for me, it's really a sport. I mean, like in the US now, they're turning the whole like battle rap thing into like some premiership or some championship kind of thing. So it's really a sport. So when Kao opens his lines like this, I really am excited. I mean, like, fans of the game from way back, especially like from the late 90s to the early 2000s, and even to the let's say mid 2000s to 2010, then the trappish thing came up, and then now it's going in every direction. But late 90s, early 2000s, it was really hot beef wise, and it was really entertaining. I mean, we used to, like, from their clothing lines to how much they make, how much they pay them in shows, their CD sales, the lines they drop in their songs, the merchandise they put out from these lines in the songs, which are beef related lines, which they put on t-shirts and things for people to buy, and how much they sell and things like that. So it was really entertaining. So there's a whole different level to this beef thing for me though. So when I see Kao Denero coming, I'm really excited, because I feel like Africa, we really, maybe our rap game took off after the beef thing, so some of us just jumped on their Zonto wagon, or I don't know, the trap thing, and then we didn't really feel that hip-hop when it was entertaining like that. So when I see Kao doing this, I'm really excited, and I feel like that's his come-up strategy. I tell people, like, there are two things here: either you come with some club banger, or you come with your own version of beef songs to get attention. But Kao has already chosen his lane. I mean, and it could work for you, it could work against you. I mean, 50 came crazy when he was going at everybody. I mean, 50 went at Jarrod, he went at Black Chow, he went at R. Kelly, he went at Lil Kim, he went at Fat Joe, Jada Keys, Nas, Kellys, Supremes, F. Gotti, Rick Ross, The Game, you can name them. 50 Cent went at everybody. It worked for him because he was the underdog, so he was on the ground. So the only thing that could happen is to come up. But Jarrod, now it was kind of tricky for Jarrod, because Jarrod was hot in the game, and when normally he should have just given 50 Cent like some 2-second attention and then pulled out, or go all the way towards 50 Cent, and if he's stronger than him lyrically, he's like kind of crushes the guy. But now Jarrod went crazy at 50 Cent and then splashed on Eminem and Dr. Dre and even Busta Rhymes, and everybody was with Shady Aftermath at the time. So the backlash on Jarrod was heavy, and it kind of killed his career. But anyway, that's what some analysts would say. But so I feel like there are two ways now for Kao Denero. He has already chosen his lane. It's beef all the way. It's getting attention from these guys, and now these guys just have one exit. Either you become friends with him, or you get ethered, or when he blows up in your neighborhood. Because I tell people, like, you can ignore him only as much as, okay, he's just online and then he's maybe in Sierra Leone. But when you have your street, I mean, like, every rapper has his street where he knows, like, this is my street, this is my hood, these are my guys. And when this beef track starts playing in your cars and it's playing on your streets, then you have to pay attention to Kao Denero. And then at that time it will be too late, because when you give him attention at that time, he's already on fire. He's already picked up the momentum, and then you really have to be strong to calm him down. If not, he's going to run over you. So that's the risk most of these rappers run in trying to ignore Kao Denero, but he keeps on coming hard, and he's not just throwing a one hit out there or a beef track for attention. This is something he does, and this is something he knows. I mean, like, when he's dropping it, you know, like, okay, I mean, like, when you listen to the lines towards the end where he starts to do some liking himself to Big and Pac and then Nas, and then he says he's like the bully of the street, Suge Knight. So when I see some of those things, and even when he goes to, like, the biblical allusion of Judas, and then talks about the Quran, and then even when he comes to lines like, I never Disliminal, I mean, that's obvious. Now, because of the whole corporate things, people are trying to be politically correct. You can't say homophobic things, you can't say whatever. Everybody's so sensitive now, so people are always subliminal. But the typical beef rapper, last generation anyway, maybe Jarrod and 50, going back to Jay-Z and the rest, you don't have time to be subliminal. You call names, and then I always say, like, there's always a collateral damage. I feel like, okay, whenever I listen to songs like this Kao Denero track, you could get the excitement from my voice. Yeah, when I listen to songs like this, you could tell, like, there's collateral damage that will come. In my mind, it's just like the gangster movie where they send the assassin to go, a hitman to go take down somebody. He's so excited, he's trigger hungry. He starts shooting even 5 minutes before he gets to his target. So he shoots some people before he gets to his target. After shooting his target, he's still shooting, and he shoots like 5 more people. So that's what happens in things like this, where it's like collateral damage. Those people just die because they were around there at that time when they were shooting the guy. So that's what happens to in battle. Most of the time, if you listen to the songs like the Jay-Z and the Nas things, girlfriends get insulted for no reason, friends, family members, managers, other how can I call it, acquaintances in the game, or other rappers who you feel like they're on that side. I mean, like, same reason why when Jarrod went at 50, he touched Busta, Eminem and Dre, because they were with 50 at the time, even if they had not spoken to him. Same reason why, just the fact that during the Summer Jam, R. Kelly was a headliner, wanted to bring Jarrod. 50 Cent came before and then started trashing even R. Kelly, and then making fun of R. Kelly, and then Jarrod, and then even refusing to hand over the microphone till they turned off the microphone for him and things like that. So it was really crazy. I mean, like, the detail, it was personal like that. So there are no limits, no boundaries to these things. So when I listen to Kao's lines and he goes like, some names got thrown in there just because he was firing and he could not stop shooting, so he just kept on shooting. He mentioned names like Jovi from Cameroon, although on the 7th of August he put out a tweet saying that nothing against Jovi, but no diss to Jovi though. But still, being a fan of the game, I feel like he has said what he has said, and if Jovi has something to say, let him say it too. If he's good with it and he does not feel a kind of way, good and fine. But if he feels a kind of way, you just air your mind. That's the game. It's hip hop and it's a fun sport. Nobody should take it too personal like that, but it's just expressing yourself and you're left to interpret it the way you want. Now when he goes to dropping lines like, I like the line when he said, he's not your brother, he's not MI, and you're definitely not Jesse Jaggs, because you know MI and Jesse Jaggs are brothers. But also that's that trying to be relevant out there, you throw out as many names as possible, even if it's not necessarily dissing the person, but the person will listen like, what do you say about me? Jesse Jaggs, Jesse Jaggs, what do you say? Jesse Jaggs, MI. People will be like, how dare he go against Jesse Jaggs and MI? Then you realize, no, he was not really insulting them like that, but he has already mentioned their names and he gets your attention. Then he calls guys to like Vector showing up with 6 packs, like it's a beauty contest. So, and I think I even saw that picture. Vector, I don't know, he's gotten to the gym recently, so he's excited about his looks, and he's always with six packs. And then he even mentioned names like Calligraph. He went AK. As I said, the gun is shooting and he's just spraying. He started off with sack, but for some reason he could not stop with sack. He just kept on shooting. He shot through West Africa, came down to Central Africa, shot a little bit more, went to East Africa, shot something there, went to South Africa, shot a little bit more. Those are the hotspots of hip hop in Africa. So I feel like he's shooting strategically, but his gun just can't stop shooting, so his lyrics just keep flying out, and he's saying what he's saying. And definitely when he knocks those streets, and as he says, he packs crowds. He said stadium full with Sarkozy, Cows, stadiums full with crowds, Cow the headliner. So he's always bragging about filling up stadiums and packing stadiums, and I feel like, okay, as he keeps packing these stadiums, and as soon as he starts packing stadiums in Ghana, then Sack will be forced to reply. As soon as he fills up stadiums in Nigeria, then all the other guys, Victor and Co, will definitely reply. He says his only competition might be MI. That's really aiming high, because for me, like, MI is the best lyrically for me in Africa, though. But MI is not really, he goes beef, but that's not where he expresses himself the best. But when it comes to lyrical, playing with the lines and rhymes and all of that, MI is crazy, yeah. So I think when he mentioned like the only competition is MI, then he takes shots at Vector and the rest, knowing that Vector even has beef with MI. Then now Vector will feel like, you respect MI but not me. Okay, now Vector might have. So there's that whole mind game thing there which he's doing, which is crazy. I mean, when I just listened to the track, I really felt like, okay, now we are bringing the late 90s and early 2000s back. If one or two other courageous rappers could step up, and then because it's work too, I mean, like, he has to do research, he works on this thing. If they are ready to do the work and then play this game, it will really be entertaining for the fans, and I hope the fans appreciate it that way. But I'm really excited when I listen to some of these things. Too bad for the collateral damage, those who the bullets just had to hit them just because they were somewhere around, or they got caught in the way of the bullet or something. But I'm talking about lyrical bullets here. Don't get it twisted like there's any war anywhere, but it's just a game. I mean, I tell people, like, if I play American football, I might fight, but if you understand the sport, when you get hit, you know it's just the game. That's how hard they hit in the American football. So don't take it personal, just play the game. Wear your helmet and then take your next charge or charge against the opponent too. So I feel like this is a solid one from Kao, and I feel like Kao is going to get them. I just tell people, like, mark my words. Definitely when Kao starts packing stadiums in these countries, these rappers who feel like that is their hood or he has come into their terrain will definitely answer. But that time it might be too late, because he might have gathered so much momentum that he'll just be pushing the walls and breaking the bridges and making the bridges as he goes. Yep, it's your boy Ambassador. Just excited for another beef track out there, and I can't wait to see what reply he'll get or what the fans will say. But I'm enjoying this. Yep.
That's it, people. Our thoughts. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. It's been 8 on Chakara TV. We are craziness with a strategy.